think I'll do that again.
What's up everyone, it's Chase with FloGrappling here with my good friend Manuel Ribamar, Nogi World Champion, European Champion just a couple days ago, and I'm very happy to have him here in Austin helping me fix my jiu-jitsu. As you guys just saw, he handled me pretty nicely there, a lot of really cool tricks, and have a lot I can learn from him. So we were just talking about a lot of stuff there, but you mentioned earlier that you really been working on your passing and you feel you have some great positional tips and tools you use to not just finish the pass in side control, but to set up a strong pass.
Yes.
Can you show me some of the things we're talking about?
Yes, absolutely. So most of the people, I usually tell my students that most of the people, every time when we start talk about passing, the only thing they realize in the beginning is the end of the word, which is the side control. So I like to tell my students that the side control is not really important on the moment, because you gotta really pay attention on the approach, on the setup of the technique. Okay, and especially on the base, because it's all about positioning. So the first position that I like to do a lot when I start from the De La Riva, it's always control the pants. Okay, so it's like the pants over here was made for you to control. Okay, so you're gonna control the pants and you're always just gonna press the leg down. And if you see right away, your leg's going to disconnect behind my calf, right, the De La Riva hook. So now the second step is always step over this leg. Okay, when you step over this leg and then you start pinching your knees like this, now you have more basic, and you can't be unstable here. You feel always comfortable, and then you always can use this hand to stop yourself when he's trying to lift you. Okay, as soon as I get on this position, it's really hard for a hand to angle himself. So if he wants to hook the De La Riva, yes, he's got to move himself on the side. And most of the time when he does this little step, he creates space for me to go to the outside Toreando pass. Okay, so I can go to the knee on belly, right? But every time when he feels that I'm gonna try to disengage and go to the Toreando pass, he's gonna come back to the center, right? And then I'm gonna keep smashing the leg. Now, as soon as I step over, I have to make sure that I have enough space to pinch his knees. Now the fight here will be every time when he's trying to kick you, okay? There's only two options from here. Or he's gonna try to kick you and try to get your knee on the ashigarami, right? And yes, he's gonna try to unhook you, get your knee bar right over here. That's the only option that he has. Or the second option is he's gonna move his body all the way to the side, right? Give me this smash pass. So whenever he gets here, the palm of my hand is gonna edit the distance between me and hand, so that way I can get the underhook. Make sense? So as soon as I get here, so my underhook is already there. So this is the right timing when you shuffle yourself in and get the underhook right away. Making sure that you're gonna flatten him down. Now the one detail really important here is every time when I get the half guard, my hooks go right behind the knee, right? And then I'm going to connect. Now try to lock the half guard. He cannot, so you're gonna have a lot of trouble. And from here I can score the side control, get 3 points, and then give my leg again, so he's gonna lock the half guard again. And then I keep passing all the time. what's gonna give me a lot of advantage in points.
A lot of points.
Yeah.
One thing in our role that I really noticed is that you're really heavy from everywhere, and I feel like that's kind of what you're talking about when you're pinching your knees.
Together.
Do you do that from like all your passing, from Toriando, from leg drag, like?
Exactly. So I like one of the reasons why I tell my students like why the basketball play when he's trying to do the dribble, he never does like that, and he always is like that. Because
okay.
I believe that for you to have leverage, for you to go left and right, you have to have your legs pinch. Make sense?
Sure.
So this is one thing that I learned like watching the basketball players. That's funny. So when I step over and then I pinch my legs together, this is create leverage for me to go in or for me to go out. Make sense? And then this is give me a lot of leverage. And also what is really important here on my positioning, it's making sure that I always gonna kill the top leg. Why? Because the top leg is the leg that's going to unhook, and then this is gonna help you, get happy to go to the berimbolo or even to the inside de la riva. Because once you step here and then you can go underneath, yes, and then easy you can engage the berimbolo, the bolo position, right? And it's important to kill these legs always down and keep the control. Now try to move, try to go wherever you want to go. So wherever you want to go is going to be hard, and then I can use my knees pinch to move. Make sense? And then this is create a lot of leverage. Once that I have this control, I can pass through your hips. And my forever goal on this, when I'm about to pass somebody's guard, it's always get on the half guard first. Like I said, the setup is the most important. The side control is the end. So if your setup is right, he's just gonna give up and you're gonna give the side control. So once I pass your knee, and then sometimes you cannot even lock the half guard. Then what are you gonna do? You're gonna try to shrimp, and that's the momentum when I'm already in the side control.
Very nice. Do you have not just for daily Giva, but like a passing drill you can show me? I always try on these shows you make a really nice point about your knees and how to pass. What's a way maybe I can practice, or if you're at home watching?
So if you're home watching, there's a drill that I like to do a lot, okay? I like to call the scorpion tail, so I always gonna start from the legs and underneath my calf, right? So I have to have the control. It's also good for you to train that for nogi, okay? So you're gonna use nogi grips. Now you're gonna pinch your knees together. Now you're gonna learn how to move your hips. So you're gonna learn how to move your hips, and now you're gonna drive your weight on top. You can feel a little bit of pressure on your shin. Now you're gonna use the leg to bring yourself down. Now you're gonna circle the leg and walk without losing the connection. Now when I walk like this, you see the angle that you are, and this is give you time for you to, what's the first thing that you're gonna do right here? You're gonna try to connect to the la riva.
Yeah, yes.
And then you gotta have to move yourself, make sense? So for me to know more about my hips, I turn, I circle, and I walk. As soon as I feel that you walk to the de la riva, that's the momentum when I get the half guard.
Oh, very nice.
Make sense?
That's cool. Let's see again.
So again, I'm gonna circle, one, and step, and in. And then I sit. I sit, I relax. It's funny because in Jiu-Jitsu, every time when you tight, you become light. And every time when you loose, you become heavy.
Okay.
So you gotta make sure that you always loose. So you go 1, 2, and then look, loose. You go loose, now push me. It's
He's
heavy. Now look, tight, push me. Make sense?
Sure.
You disconnect.
Because then when you're tight, your whole body's like one unit, and I have more efficiency maybe.
Exactly.
Nice. That's a great drill. Very cool.
So this is a good drill that I like to do. From there's a lot of options. You can just like go leg drag.
Sure.
You can go to run outside. You can go get in the half guard,
But the whole concept is to keep the connection with your knees.
Yeah, shin and shin. So the way, because let's say that most of the people nowadays they play shin and shin. So it's really important for you to dribble, pass through the legs.
Nice.
Once you pass through the legs, and then
go.
you just have the half guard on the hook, and then you can keep the control and pass many times the guard.
Okay. Very nice. You also have an amazing guard. That's something that we've seen a lot. You really play a lot of the lapel game, and that's something that I've been experimenting with a lot. Maybe we can cover some of that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's like a favorite setup, or maybe a basic setup you have?
The favorite setup, I like to start, of course, especially when I teaching like the young people, white belts, blue belt. So I like to start from the close guard. So the most important thing is every time when I start from the close guard, they're gonna try to stand up right away, like explosion pass, right? And try to smash my leg right away, and then they go outside so they can, they can pass, right? Or sometimes they just like step back and try to use, they stand up, pushing the leg, step back, and then tornado pass. Yeah, that's the most common passes that people usually do, right? So when I have the close guard, I just have to have one control. One hand, I just control right on the edge of the lapel. Now I'll let you do everything what you want to do. Just give you the fake emotion that you're gonna do what you want. As soon as you step back, look, I hide your lapel under my knee. Step back. And automatic, step back, just step back. Automatic, look, my body get on the side.
Okay.
As soon as my body get on the side, now I'm gonna switch to the other hand. And from here, my foot is still on the hips. Now I shut down every single technique that you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really go anywhere.
If you go this way, I have my foot on the lapel.
I have to get your foot out.
Exactly. If you go my foot out, look, I'm gonna step out, and then I'm gonna make you lose your base. And then from here, everything's gonna start. So what do I like to do? Come back. What I like to do from here right away, I like to always try to reach the ankles, right? Now I step on the hips and shuffle myself in until I get my foot all the way inside. Once I have this, people usually like to play the lapel like Keenan does, right? But I have a different kind of the lapel because I always go like the La Riva lapel.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Sure.
So from here, it will prevent you to knee cut. So most of the time, the guy's gonna try to step over this leg, right? And they think they're gonna try to knee cut. Go knee cut.
This way?
Yeah.
But your legs right here.
Yeah, you cannot knee cut. So the most common pass nowadays is the knee cut. Every time everybody has a really good knee cut. So and then I just let you step back and give you the fake emotion. Now look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open my leg to the side, and then I keep your foot right on top of my hips.
Oh, you did this in our roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is the first option from here. It's always hammer my top leg down, and then I can get the sweep. Now I'm just gonna do like a technical stand up, and I get 2 points from here. Now
And you're in a good position.
And
to
now
pass.
I'm a good position to pass. Why? Because they're gonna start smashing. Then my knees gonna engage, and then look, everything changed. Control the head, open the fan, heavy hips, and start passing the guard. The second option that I have from here is when you stand up. So when you stand up, and then I catch your ankle, control, shuffle myself in, and then whenever I go, sometimes it's gonna drive your knee on the ground, right? Whenever you drive your knee on the ground, I feel myself comfortable like this. Now I'm gonna do like an arrow, just like here. My foot in yours is gonna point the arrow where I should turn. So whenever I bring this back and I sit up on my elbow, look the arrow, look between the legs. There is a V right over there. That means that I need to roll right on inside of this space. So knees on the ground, roll, and then look, sometimes you roll with me. Then I get 2 points. Now come back this way. Sometimes if you don't roll, you stay, I roll. And then look, I have the control of your back right away.
Nice.
Make sense?
Yes. Do you mind if I try and learn how to do that? Because that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I haven't tried that before, and they're so effective. If you guys watched any of the European Championships, you would have seen that all the belt colors were playing a lot of lapel guard.
Well,
if you don't know how to do it, you seem like you're in trouble.
no, a lapel is a really very good positioning. Especially to stop the big guys.
Yes, exactly, which is everyone for me.
Yeah, right? Okay.
All right, so we start in closed guard, and then I take out your lapel.
Take the lapel, hold right on the edge, yes. Now we're gonna try to be explosive, like,
Okay.
boom, pass, and then a step far away. Just hide behind your kneecap. Yeah, just hide, this one, yes, with one hand. So because you're gonna turn yourself on the side. Now exactly, now with this hand,
Comes under?
you're gonna catch under. Yeah, now this is shut me down now.
Okay.
Makes
now
sense?
my foot's a little shallow. You want it further? on your
Yes,
hip?
now what you're gonna do, this hand go like you control my ankle just like that, and bring your hips right beside my foot. And now go deep on, yes. Don't bring your knee out, bring your knee like a knee cut.
Okay.
Yes, good. As soon as you stay here, you're just gonna move your body on the side.
Oh, about my knees then.
Exactly,
Okay.
the same lapel.
Yeah.
Now most of the time, keep this leg always high. Because you're gonna give me, I'm gonna make a lot of power just to step over this leg, and then I'll be
Then you'll give me the momentum.
expending energy, like for wasting energy, right? And as soon as I stop, now you're just gonna stretch. Yes. If I don't bring my knee on the ground, just hammer this one down. Yes. Now, yes.
This way?
Guide me, and then you go technical standard.
Yeah, I can
Yes, and then you drive your weight.
So I
Yeah.
release the lapel and come to somewhere like
No,
here?
this one you're gonna just connect with your elbow. So open your elbow on exactly, but with the lapel hold. Yes, good. Now you gotta open the fin. Boom, pass the guard.
Okay.
Get the second.
Nice. So yeah, I feel like I have a habit when I get there. I turn my knee
Turn
in
your
this
knee,
position.
yes.
Yeah. So
So once there you have this,
this
the
is here.
yeah, you
And
grab
then I
it,
turn.
turn. I'm gonna try to stay far away from you to use the torada pass, and then you engage your hips, bring your hips close. Yes.
And that's the difference.
Make me sure that you're gonna step right under your armpits.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then you catch and use feet to the other hand. Yes. As soon as you get this, make sure that you connect your hips right. Yes. Good. Now whenever I try to step over this one, and then you stretch. Stretch. If I drive my knee on the ground, knee cut down, knee cut down. Yes. Now you're gonna, you see? Now open up your leg a little bit more.
And I roll?
Keep your, no, come back. So here, bring your elbows like this. Yeah, now you're gonna shoulder roll.
This way?
Yeah, shoulder roll.
Okay.
Now go, disengage,
Drive?
let it go. Now start climbing my back. Yes, there we go. Nice. Sometimes I follow you and then you just keep the grip.
And go come up.
Yeah, then you come up. So,
Very
and then
cool.
sometimes you just have to make sure that you bring your knee down, create space, and then look, you shoulder roll. And then you're gonna do that right on the back.
Got it. I think equally important to offensive lapel guard is knowing how to disengage
Exactly.
and escape the lapel. Do you have some ideas how to avoid it or unentangle yourself, disentangle yourself?
Yeah, so lapel, it's really important in you to do the lapel while you're drawing the match or while you're winning the match. You don't usually do lapel when you're losing because, so there's only two different ways to shut down the lapel, okay? So the first way to shut down the lapel is when you have the lapel, right? You have the lapel, go circle, and I drive my both knees on the ground and I just keep framing your hips.
And kind of stall almost.
That exactly. Like, so this is the way to shut down the lapel. If I don't have any more the power to fight you standing, I'm just gonna drive my knees on the ground and they're gonna stay far away from you.
Because I have to let go.
Yeah. You have to change. And then once you change, and then I can reset, step over the leg and start pass again. Makes sense? And the other way to shut down the lapel is you step over this leg. Most of the time, you have to open up your elbow. So make sure that he's gonna control with the other hand. No, the same lapel. No, come back, over, yes. So most of the time, they like to try to arm bar from here,
Like
right?
this,
Yeah, just go upside down. Yeah.
I can't do that. So
Like this, circle. Okay. Yeah, so most of the people try to take the arm from here, come back. But once you have this, as soon as I feel that you're about to engage my arm, look, I step.
Oh, nice.
To the other side. Make sense?
Sure.
And then I shut down your lapel. This is the second way option for you to shut down. Once the guy does this two options, that means that you gotta let it go.
Okay.
Gotta let it go. Try to work some spider guard, some lasso, and see the best way for you to find a way to sweep.
Very nice. So basically what I'm seeing there is like, don't let them get your lapel though, because it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're either in trouble or you're like perfect timing, basically.
Exactly. So, like I said, it's just timing. It's all about timing.
Nice. You're an elite competitor and you face a lot of guys who have great strategies and know how to win by points. The 50-50 is a very tricky guard that you find yourself in a lot.
Yeah.
And you were showing me some nice attacks you can use to either get a submission or get an advantage or a sweep, some toe holds and stuff. Can you show me some of that stuff?
Yes, absolutely. So in a 50-50 position, it's all about positioning, okay? So let's say that we're playing a 50-50 battle right now, okay? Let's see who's gonna come up first.
Okay.
You sure?
I have an idea who might win.
Ready, go. So look, I won. Because the secret of the 50-50 is who lock the knee first.
When you say lock, pinch your...
Yeah, your knee needs to be pointing always down.
So I need to go this way.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's when the battle starts. Makes sense?
Got it.
So people doesn't know, they try to come up with the knees like that. Try to come up like that.
I mean,
yeah.
you
So
win.
no, go this way. No, but keeping your knee open, like flexible. Yeah. So if
hard.
you try to come up this way, most of the time when I hammer my leg down, it can sometimes pop your knee.
That's not try.
Yeah, that's not good. So that's the reason why. Look, I pinch always my knee like I'm about to foot lock. I pinch my knee and then I come up right away. Now that's the reason why I always gonna have the power to come up, right? But let's say that we draw and we both like stuck here. I can't come up, you can't come up.
So you also, I'm just noticing now because I feel the pressure, you want your foot deep.
Yeah, I want my foot deep. Why? Because I want it to my knee to go over your knee. Make sense?
Yes.
I want your leg to turn because I use my ribs to make your leg turn.
Okay.
And then you start to feel the pressure right beside your knee. And then I keep myself locked, and then it will be really hard for you to stand up. Make sense?
Yeah, I've lost the battle.
Yeah, then you lost the battle. The second option is like, let's say, most of the people, they try to connect right behind the belt, right?
Yeah.
And then bring your leg back like this. Good. So you're gonna, now you already know. But that's the second mistake what the guys don't know. So you already know they gotta lock your knee in, right? Mm-hmm. But if I know that you know, this is what I do. So I'm gonna fake that I'm standing, and then you're gonna lock your knee, and then you're gonna stand up. As soon as you stand up, look.
Oh, that is tricky.
I'm in your back. Makes sense?
I don't even know what happened right there, right?
Yeah.
Let's try that from a different angle. Yeah, let's do it one more time.
So I'm here, so you're controlling. I control you, I'm gonna fake that I go, and then whenever I let you win the battle, and then I kick back. I can hide behind and start climbing your back, or I can just roll and take your back.
So I don't exactly even know what's happening right there. I think I've like seen that too much. Like, I wish I could watch it because it's so cool. One more time so I can try and figure this out.
Okay, so
what is exactly happening? I'm coming up.
What is happening?
How are you removing this?
What is happening is every time when I bring my knee in, and then look, when you have the control of the pants, like try to keep your elbows tight. You have no power against my leg. So when I bring my leg back, look, you feel like you're losing. Make sense? Come back, keep it really tight. So look. You have to roll sometimes. And then when you roll, then when you start to shut down my technique, but from here I can get the passing.
Okay.
Makes sense?
I think so. I gotta try that one. I gotta watch the one back.
You try now. So this is what you're gonna do. I'm gonna control, and you already know that I'm pinching, right?
Right.
So you're gonna give a fake emotion, then you're gonna pinch, and then you go stand up. Now you let me win the battle. As soon as I'm trying to come up, yes, there you go. You can do that one, but instead you hide your knee. I want you to just hammer down.
Hammer down.
Yeah, on the ground. Yeah. So let's say, you're gonna fake that you go, and then I go. As soon as I go, and then you on the ground, step on the ground. Yes.
And then I push.
Yeah, push. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's how it's so fast.
Yeah.
So you're not extracting. You're kicking down, and then at the end.
Exactly. It's pretty much like.
Nice.
Bringing back like a technical standard.
That's very sneaky.
And then this is the options for like 50-50 battle. I like to play this with Nachi sometimes. Yeah, let's see who's gonna win the battle. Who's gonna win the battle? And then we have this one. We have this one, right? Pinching the knee. Mm-hmm. And then we have the most important one that I like to gain the advantage, right? So I fake that I go stand up, and then I turn myself in, and then like this hand go under, like I'm about to just to stimulate lock, right? Mm-hmm. But instead of stimulate lock, I let you come up, and put the point of your knee on the ground, and that's the momentum when the blade. Look, my elbows on the ground. Just the blade of my forearms is just gonna control my hands, and then look, I pinch and then I just drive.
It's so tight.
And
you were showing me earlier. It's crazy strong.
And then this is a really good way for you to get advantage, especially because middleweight, medium heavy, they do a lot of 50-50 lately. So it's a really good.
Let's see it one more time because that's super cool.
So whenever you go, instead you go like this, you're just gonna, before he control, look, his foot's already turning. Just gonna bring all the way up.
So it's still in a steamer lock, but you're using like the blade.
The blade, yeah.
And I even saw you using your hand sometimes too.
Yeah, sometimes if I go lower, I can go even lower like this, and I can just use my foot to control hands with hands.
Right.
And then I can go. But the blade is even better, I believe, because you start to feel like your foot
you
cranking.
You can feel already here
like,
in your ankle very tight.
Yeah.
A lot of guys won't tap to that, but you will get the advantage.
Yeah, so most of the time this is what's gonna happen. Like stand up. So whenever I go, you're gonna roll. So whenever you roll, boom, you got the 2 points, and then look, boom, got the pass right away.
Nice.
So it's more like about timing, you know.
Of course. All right, so the last thing that we saw a lot in our rolls together was I was going for the crab ride and the leg drag a lot, but I was kind of loose. You know, I'm not very good at it, but I like to try. But you were telling me you had some ideas on how maybe be a little bit tighter, a little more effective.
For sure. So most of the time when people are trying to take the back, they have one goal, which is take the back. But if you really like talk about the in jiu-jitsu, so you know that it's not every single match, especially with the high level guys, that you're gonna take somebody's back, right? And then for you to get what you want, you have to looking for something else, which is like on the crab ride. Every time when you go crab ride, so I'm gonna stay like this. Every time when you go, so yeah, so you start moving yourself, yes, but then you want to reach my back.
Right.
And as long as you want to reach my back, and especially if I'm a heavy guy, have hips, I'm gonna start to wash myself, like move myself back. Then it will be really hard for you to crab ride. So maybe for light guys, it works you trying to crab walk to the back. But if it's for heavy guys, so heavy guys, you have to always looking to the leg drag, because every time, let's say that you go right, you go into the crab ride, and you have the crab ride. Make sure that you keep the palm of your hand always connect on the ground, yes? Because over here, look, you can use your shoulders to move yourself. So every time when you pick a side, you lift, yes? As soon as you lift, look, this hand, now your forearm is gonna control around. Now you're gonna use the leg drag. Now you see you're gonna use the leg drag. Most of the time, people, whenever you go high like this, they're gonna try to put you on the 50-50.
Right.
But as soon as you have this hook, and then your forearm is well hooked here on your hips. Now this is the right momentum. Look, that I gonna to bring my knee all the way down, and then it's very common that you go all the way to the knee. So try to attack, and then you're gonna take your back off the mat. And this momentum is the very momentum that when I try to stand up. So whenever you go, I stretch. So look, I have this. I have 50-50 of everything here. 50-50 of your back, 50% of your back, and 50% of your side control. It just depends what I want.
I see.
Make sense?
Yes.
If I want to go to the side control, I have to make sure that I go over the arm. If I want to go to the back, I have to make sure that I go under the arm. Make sense? And then from here, I can angle myself, and then you're gonna give your back, so I can go with my bottle hook.
Nice.
Come back.
Let's see that one more time. That's some cool details on the hip control.
Yeah, so lay down. So you go into the crab walk, right? And then you have the control. Start always from here. It's very simple. Shoulder move, control. Now look, stretch, go all the way up. Now you switch, right? As soon as you switch, make sure that you pinch your knees towards their hips. Yes? Because you're gonna give the bait. The bait is like a fake motion that he's gonna control my leg and put on a knee bar 50-50. But you keep this really, really tight unhooked here. Make sense? And then whenever you go, and then I stretch. And that's when I have the control.
Beautiful.
You got it?
That's nice. Well, I think that just about does it. Thank you, Ribamar, for coming out, showing me some stuff. A lot of great techniques in there and tips. I really think one thing you could say that applies to your whole game is it's not about the result. It's about the little steps to get to all your positions.
Exactly. So thank you so much, Chase, for the opportunity to come in here
Well,
and share a little bit of the knowledge.
all right, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode of Fix My Game coming your way soon. Watch it on FloGrappling.com. See ya.